Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always and welcome back to Forager. I have a situation that is really good actually. But we have to go find not only the secret trader, but also a star that just landed. And there's the star. Okay. So we can't reach it from there. And there's the secret trader. Let's trade with him first, I guess. Toxic sigils, cosmic steel, cool. I want that. And we're not going to get the toxic sigil yet. So yeah, welcome back to Forager. Last episode, we bought the rest of the lands and did some expansions on our base a little bit, and yeah, that's about it. We are struggling a little bit because we need to get a bunch of things that are not easy to get. Merchant is a really nice thing, by the way. I used that earlier. Let's go ahead and buy one. To get a ton of money, I had almost 90,000 coins, which is not too bad at all. Industrious is what I always go for. And let's eat some soup. So, yeah. What is the plan for today? Well, to start off with, we have a lot of upgrades that we need to do. First of all, we did get some skill points, and the way I got that is you drink the wisdom drop, you get wise, which gives you more experience, and then you use sage scrolls, and those give you a ton of experience. And so that's what I've been doing, and we're gonna level up a couple more times. And sometimes I think there's a bug where you get a lot more experience than you need, or something. I'm not entirely sure, but we have a bunch of skill points to get now, and so let's go ahead and do that. Don't care about railroads. Artistry. Crafted items sell for more. I don't usually sell things that are crafted. Reduced market prices is a good thing. Auto repair, not super interested right now. Spellbind, buffs last longer. Let's get calciferous so we can eat gems. We need to do that for a feat, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's unlock the quarries. Renewal. Recover energy when killing enemies. Oh, that's his energy. That's not hearts, theoretically. And I guess let's go ahead and get bargain. That'll be the last one we get today. Unless we level up again, which is not unlikely, but also not likely. So, where are we at with this? Well, we have a lot of things we can actually go ahead and upgrade. So first of all, we should be able to get... Oh, I need one more cosmic steel. Oh, do I dare? Do I dare? We can get the void gloves, which is really nice. That's pretty easy, just fiberglass. Been making a lot of that here lately. And what's the other thing? The demon boots we could make. I don't really want to right now. The cosmic wallet we could get if we got another legendary gem, but let's go ahead and stop crafting those. And we can get the void bow, which is just some void steel. I've been making a lot of that because I have a lot of those things, the electronics. And something I think I want to do right off the bat today is come down here and we'll just do merchant. Why not? We're gonna go to this-ish area. Where do we want to put this thing? I haven't seen too much spawning there, so maybe I mean, this would be a good area for a mining laser, or mining rod, whatever. It's a laser. I don't care. But I think right here would be a good place to build one of those if we can, which we do have a lot of electronics. So we can put this here, and it has a decent range. We can actually put it farther to one side and just cover a lot more of a range. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it right here. And then that will start destroying everything. We got the void glove, so attack speed is even higher. which is awesome. I like that. Wow. Yeah, much higher. That feels kind of crazy, to be honest. And we got the Void Bow. Arrows explode on hit. So we should be able to do something like this. And just clear out areas of at least the weaker stuff. Sounds like the shops just restocked, and they did. We can get another Star Scroll, which I haven't really been using. Cheese. I've been making sandwiches. I've sat here for probably the last hour or so, just kind of AFKing, collecting things. But let's see what else we can get. So we can get the Magnum Opus, which would give us more experience. Or we could make one last Cosmic Steel to get the Cosmic Pickaxe, which will let us get even more stuff. I think let's go for the Cosmic Steel. So what's the big bottleneck now? Well, other than waiting for these guys to make things, which does take some time, I can upgrade it with the Builder Scroll and droids, obviously, as we've discovered. The big kind of bottleneck is, well, it's legendary gems, and legendary gems are not fun to get. Purple pigment for that. Okay, good to know. Legendary gems are kind of awful to get. There is really only one way to get them, and that is from the sigil bosses. And so we have two options. One, we can continue going down the void and hope for the best. Or we can... Ugh, that's a lot. Or we can summon them in. You know, we can always summon in these guys and fight them. I honestly think that the slime would not be too bad to fight, but there is a little bit of a concern with that. I would love the Cosmic Amulet, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. And Cosmic Gloves. Okay, not too bad. We could go ahead and make the Demon Boots. As much as I hate the speed increases, we're going to have to do it eventually, so why not get used to it? And maybe things will be different. So, well, I tried. So what I think we need to do, at least for the time being, is one, we need to farm the void. We just need to go as far as we can, get as far as we can, and hope for the best. We also need to kind of just do whatever we can. Farming. We could make a quarry, which spawns rocks and minerals around it, and then you set it up with a mining laser, and actually, that's not a bad idea for what we just did down here. Why not? So, we could just build a quarry, and it's pretty cheap. Let's just go ahead and do that. We can also make lighthouses. Provides light in the dark and increases nearby item drops. I don't really care too much about that. But the quarry itself could be pretty good. Oh, wow. Yeah, in fact it is. And this is going to be a great way to get plenty of obsidian for making more electronics. So, not a bad combination of things. So we'll just leave that there and run away. Okay. So with that stuff taken care of, let's see what the next boot upgrade requires. And it is more fiberglass. Okay, so we'll get that relatively soon, theoretically. And we can go ahead and make the Cosmic Pickaxe now. Resources and plants may drop star fragments. That sounds amazing. And that's what I want to do. That's why I want to get the Cosmic Steel. We'll get the experience next, I think. I think that'll be a good way to kind of continue that path. But something I want to bring up real quick is one of the feats that we need to do. We're actually really close to. So one, we can go ahead and eat a gem, which I will do here in a moment. But having 100,000 coins, that is surprisingly, we're surprisingly close to that. And so let's go ahead and do that if we can. So 1,000 gems should give us not as much as I thought. Okay, so that was not nearly as much as I thought it was going to give us, but we can go ahead and use our last builder scroll here to upgrade all these machines, and it does work on the banks, which is kind of cool. We almost have our pickaxe. There it is. So that is our first cosmic gear, which is an achievement. So now, if we go mining things, we can get star fragments. And I think star fragments do have a spot. That is cosmic steel. Do star fragments? Yes, there they are. So how many do we currently have? We have 15, which is not too bad. But now we can start, you know, destroying everything and maybe getting more. There is a very distinct sound when we do collect a star fragment. And there's our first one. So that's actually really nice. So what's the next upgrade actually do? Also, what does it require? 10 nuclear machinery. May drop toxic sludge. Ooh. So if we can get 10 nuclear machinery, then that is not awful. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll start working on that. We could get another drone. I think we're going to save the money, other than buying pizza. We don't actually need to buy uranium. So, at this point, let's make... No, stop. Give me all that stuff back, and let's go ahead and make 10 void steel. That should be good. And cosmic sword. Oh, we're gonna need so many legendary gems. That is awful, because legendary gems are a real pain to do anything with. But let's go ahead and take one emerald. And how good are 250? What? And we ate a gem. Cool. So, here's the thing about that. Sandwiches are like the best. They're 140. But these gems are 200? Really? Alright, I think we found a new food source that's going to be great for getting through the void. So, I guess without any further ado, let's go to the void. I actually want to drop off some things in my inventory. The sigils and the nuclear fuel. And I think that's about it. Because we can probably do other things with some of this other stuff. So what we need to do is go into the void. That's it. So let's just clean things up, and I guess let's just do it. So hopefully we can get through a little bit more of the void without too much issue. And let's just zap things. And collect all the goodies. Of course, we can sell things. That is always nice. And I think one of the best items to get for going through the void as fast as possible, the boots are surprisingly useful because of the speed increase. Just so you can go search for the enemies a little bit faster. It is a time constraint, so obviously speed is good, but you need DPS, and I think the cheapest way to get a ton of DPS is not necessarily upgrading the... Oh, we're done already. Is not upgrading the weapons, but upgrading all of your gloves to be able to swing faster is a little bit better, I think. I couldn't get into the portal. But yeah, so just kind of getting through the first few levels is going to be the important thing. Starting off, just, you know, get through these guys as quickly as possible. It's not too hard. It's not until you start seeing some of the bosses where things are going to be a little bit more challenging. Obviously, the bosses not only summon more enemies, but will, you know, take a lot more time to kill, because they have higher health pools, obviously. And so what we need to do is just kind of, well, deal with that. And I think a combination of the sword and the meteor rod is probably going to be the best. I think the meteor rod is the most damage by itself, but the sword, we're able to swing a lot, plus the fireballs, plus the freezing and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of good things. Also, yeah, we're getting energy from killing enemies. So it's not, food is less of an issue now, at least for when we kill enemies. Plus, we will occasionally regen on a kill. And so yeah, this is fairly self-sufficient. Like, we don't have to worry about dying as much, especially to food. So even though we can eat gems, which are really good food sources, we could just kill enemies and it does similar things. So I don't have to worry about getting as much food. I probably won't buy things like the fruit salad or the skewers or things like that anymore, because they are not really needed. We just go kill some enemies. Alright, so 6 more enemies left on this floor. And the thing that I'm kind of looking forward to the most is the chests. But those, I think, only give us the toxic sludge at this level. It'll be a while before they probably give us the legendary gems, which is the main thing that we kind of want. But I do know for a fact that we can find some of the sigil bosses in the later floors of the Void. It's just a matter of getting to them and dealing with them. And so that's a little bit of a challenge, because obviously the sigil bosses are strong. And, you know, we might be able to get a couple of kills, but at this point we just need to kind of farm this area, I think. And I think the biggest thing right now is buying things from the secret trader, is what I think he's called, the secret merchant, the dude with the backpack. I like to call him a traveling merchant more than a secret one, because he's not really secretive. But I think that's what one of the tooltips told me he was called. So, last enemy's right here, and we get a chest. So yeah, no legendary gems, but still good stuff. We also have just a lot of things in our inventory that we could probably deal without. So, level 6. I think it's around level 9 that we're going to start seeing the first bosses. And honestly, the thunder elementals, I think is what they're called. They're not too awful to deal with, but they're bad enough. Alright, so let's head up here. And 10 more enemies. That's not the best, but it's fine. I think we will probably want to get... so here's the problem with a lot of things. The nuclear materials that we need. So we have uranium. There's uranium ore everywhere. Uranium is not that bad to get. Coming down to this level and then just mining it all, you get a good bit of it. But the problem is, you can't really do too much with it without the toxic sludge. And so, you need that. And that's a lot harder to get. I think that the toxic boss, whatever the toxic sigil summons, I can't remember what he's called. I think it's Toxic Guardian. I'm not entirely sure. That does drop the toxic sludge, so that is a way to farm that a little bit easier, but at the same time, it's still kind of annoying. But yeah, so let's just get as much of this. Hopefully we are done with the Kraken Eyes. I've bought a couple more of those, just in case we need more. But I don't think we will. There's still 10 enemies left. Wow, they must be up here. And there is 2 enemies left. Let's go ahead and mine this, because why not? And finally getting, mining things is not a bad idea if we are struggling for food, which is probably not going to happen. But let's go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and dig that. I'm going to sell the sand, because I don't really care about that. And is there any more uranium close by? No. Onwards. So yeah, droids are also something that we could make a lot of, and that would help in this area because they do attack everything. We could use potions. Right now, we don't really need to use potions. Once I start seeing the bosses, I will probably go ahead and pop a couple of the potions. But right now, it's not really needed. Alright. Something else we need to go ahead and do. I think I will actually greed mixture. Let's go ahead and get some greed. So coins are worth more, and just hitting things will spawn coins. And so let's get more money. Because we are relatively close to inventory is full. Well, bottles will sell. We'll sell the... I can eat gold ore? Interesting. We'll sell the slime. I don't need coal. So I can eat the ores, but I can't eat the actual materials. I can even eat stone. Wow. Okay. So, oh, it spawned a star fragment. Cool. Let's go ahead and break that. And continue on. So, there is the first bosses. Let's see. It's a little laggy when they die. But not too bad. We'll get some potions from them. And we'll probably end up using those potions, and it's going to probably make the lag worse. But we kill those guys pretty quickly. Not too bad. And I don't know if the sword is the better way, or if it's better to use the meteor rod. That's still something I haven't quite decided, which feels nicer. But it doesn't really matter too much. Alright, let's clean out these enemies. And we have 6 enemies left. Hopefully they're all over here. Seems like they might be. Nope. Okay, there's one left somewhere over in this direction. Oh, there's 2. Well, that one's gone. And there we go. Okay, so what potions do we have? We have Dragon Filter. Let's go ahead and use that. Bloody Cocktail. Blood Fury. Poison. Venomous, whatever. Let's go ahead and use a Wisdom Drop. We're just going to completely buff. And we have 100? Really? Okay. So something to note. We need to start selling potions. Okay. So now we can kill these guys very quickly. And yeah, I think the sword is the way to go. Because of the poison, especially, we're going to destroy a lot of things very quickly. Yeah, this is the way to go. It is very laggy, though, which is unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the recording or anything like that. And let's just... My inventory is now full. Okay, we're getting bottles. Let's eat nothing. We don't really need to eat. Let's not worry about it. Let's just get through as much as we can. And kind of the big thing is we don't need crystals. But we're gonna get stuff because of all of the buffs we have. We're just destroying everything around us. So I guess we do need to kind of have to... We're gonna have to sort our inventory, and that's gonna have to be fairly quick. But that means more money. There's one enemy left. And they're over here. Alright, was that another chest? Indeed it was. So, we'll get a bunch more things. Let's go ahead and sell the meat. The iron, let's go ahead and sell the coal. We're gonna get a ton more bones, so let's not sell that. Let's sell crystals. Okay. Let's just continue on, I guess. So, level 11, more bosses, and they're dead. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a little overpowered. We still have so many Thunderstrike potions. I think we're gonna start selling those. I'll probably keep like a handful, but a majority of those are just gonna get sold. There's no reason to keep 100 and some odd potions of a single type, because why? But yeah, the big thing is I don't want to not pick up a legendary gem. That is kind of what we're here for, in a sense. So I think if we can get farther, which may very well be able to, then that's going to help us get legendary gems. You know, that's kind of the point. Okay. So there's one over here. And there's the portal. Let's sell this stuff. And let's just keep on going. Okay. So, where are the bosses? I know that there's going to be bosses. And they should be showing up here soon. Our potions are going to run out, which is not good. I'll have to get as many of those back as I can. But I definitely think potions is the way to go. Is there no bosses on this floor? I do know that it's... I believe it's random chance. So, I mean, there is the possibility that there's not going to be a boss, but still. There's only 2 enemies left. There's only 1 enemy left. Okay, before we continue on, let's clean up as much as we can of the loot just kind of hanging around. And let's retake some of these potions, so... Oh, that's where we're getting the bottles. Blood Fury Cocktail. Poison. What is this one? Demon Scroll. Fireballs around you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and... Oh, that's a one-time use thing. That might be really good for the bosses. Let's go ahead and get Thunderbound and Liquid Luck. Sure, why not? I thought that was the greedy mixture, and I forgot. We don't have any more greedy mixtures. Alright, so let's come back through here. And let's just use one of these. And we have so many demon scrolls, we can just instantly destroy these bosses. Can I add that to the... I can. Cool. There's so many items here, it is actually lagging the game pretty significantly. But hey, there's 30 enemies left, and we have plenty of time to go find them all. I think I might have found a good strategy for dealing with some of these bosses, especially. Just fireball them to death, and they will die very quickly. Okay, so let's get rid of all of these guys, and we are almost to 100,000 coins, which is cool. There is another boss that we killed at some point. Apparently we didn't collect all of the items. And there's 5 enemies left. 3 enemies left. Or 2, rather. Okay. Where's the last one? Over here somewhere. All the way at the bottom. And of course it's a skeleton. Alright, let's go through. And we're just gonna fireball everything a couple of times. So now we're gonna have to deal with the awful of those guys, but one hit will kill them. And they're actually taking damage, so I do need to kind of pay attention to that. But, there is the other boss. Let's go ahead and heal up a little bit. And do some damage. Cool. So, we should be fairly close. How many more enemies? 19. But I don't think there's any more of the bosses. So that's really all that matters. Oh no, there is. But they actually die pretty quickly. Even when I don't use the, Oh, there's still another boss. Alright, well. Let's just finish that one as quickly as we can. And there's 8 enemies left. We have a minute. 6 enemies. And there we go. Cool. So our inventory is obviously very full. And there is the wealthy, so we have 100,000 coins. Awesome. So the demon scrolls are really good for dealing with some of these bosses. But also just kind of all these potions do a lot as well. And yeah, we don't need to... We don't really need to try too much against the ice wizards. But we do need to kill them fairly quickly. Just so that they don't spawn more things. That is a good way to tell if there's still a boss around, because most of the bosses do spawn other enemies. And so if the number of enemies is increasing, you know that they're spawning. Alright, there is also a lot of ice, which tells me that there's probably another boss down here. Yep, right here. And can we just tank him? Yeah. Not that hard, to be honest. Okay. So I think this floor will give us another... ow. This floor will give us another of the chests. We have one more enemy. Probably a skeleton. Oh no, it's actually a other dude. So lots of goodies, but nothing that I really care too much about. Okay. So we can always use more Thunderstrucks or Thunderbound. Is it called a Thunder? Yeah, it's called a Thunderstrike potion. Dragon Filter. And Greedy Mixture, sure, why not? Okay. Let's continue onwards. And let's just blow up all of the ice wizards that we can see. And we need to kill these guys as quickly as possible because they will freeze us and slow us down. And that is a big concern. So we don't want that, obviously. But we do a lot of damage. Okay. Our last one. That worked pretty nicely. I was trying to capture things with a bottle. That is not how you do this. Alright, let's collect all the things we can. And work our way up here, I guess. There might still be another ice wizard. But not really seeing anything. 5 enemies left. There is 4 of them. Last enemy is right there. Okay. Not too bad. So what even floor are we on? Level 17. I think this is the farthest we've made. And definitely being able to dodge. This is really loud. I'm actually... If we can complete this floor, I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit. But yeah, so... Definitely taking damage, but it's not really enough to warrant any concern. Okay. So we're still getting hit by ice. And always need to poison things. Let's switch to the meteor rock for a second. Is that even better? I mean, it does a lot of damage. But it also has the problem of using a lot of hunger. I completely forgot what I was thinking. the ice rod is actually really good for taking out the bosses. If you can get close, because they have such a high, or large hitbox, rather. They're really easy to kill. Okay, so let's go ahead and eat. And there's still another boss, of course there is. But yeah, with their large hitbox, it's really easy to hit them with all of the icicles, and that just annihilates them. Okay, there is a lot of enemies up here. We have 4 enemies left, and we have 30 seconds. I think we can do this. Probably a couple of... oh, no. Okay, so let's go into the options. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit, because it's a little loud. I'm having trouble thinking. But I think that the... so the explosions are really good for lots of enemies, but the icicles are really good for one. So like the bosses die to the icicles really quickly. And since we don't have to worry about food, excuse me, it's not that bad. My voice decided it was done working for right now. Okay, so let's just kill all the bosses we can see. And try our best to get through as many enemies as we can. And I think food is going to be more important, not for actually eating for energy, but just for getting health back. In which case, things like the thousands of fish I have will be enough. But we just need to get through 18 more enemies. So that is where the problem usually comes from, is it's kind of hard to find the enemies. There's still some up here, so I want to kill these guys before. And then the ice guys like to freeze you, which is awful. Getting frozen means that you can't move and attack, and it means that the time is going to slip away from you. So, yeah, this is not too bad. 4 enemies left with over 30 seconds left. There's only another enemy. There is a bunch of items. Alright, we can go ahead and use the last of the dragon filter. Our poison. I'm not going to try to say that. I'm terrible at English. And grab all of these items. Okay. So, let's go through another floor. Ooh, now we have the fire dude. Who has a lot of health. That is something I do remember about this guy. And he likes to spawn things. So we need to kill him fairly quickly. And I don't know what all he drops that's going to be good. But Ice for the Ice Wizard, ironically, is really strong. Let's just do this. Maybe the sword is better for the big dudes. Okay. Yeah, it seems a lot better to use a sword than anything else. And oh boy. Let's zap everything. That is a lot of enemies, so there is 60 enemies left. And it's because these guys like to spawn more enemies. And so this is probably going to be the last floor that we actually get to do anything with, because Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill everything. Oh, I'm not even using the right thing. I was trying to hammer everything. So let's just use the ice rod to kind of clean up as much as we can. And yeah, there's a lot of guys down here. Let's start using everything we can. But we have 20 seconds to kill 40 enemies. I don't think that's going to happen. So let's just go ahead and try to collect as much stuff as we can in the last 10 seconds or so. Let's kill this guy. And yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. We just don't have the DPS needed. So we can collect some of the other items. Let's try to get as much as we can. Okay, so not too bad. This is a little bit of a longer episode because of that, but really good run. I think from here on out, I am going to probably not show as much of that. I'll bring you guys in on like floor 10 or so and go from there. But yeah, we're gonna buy the droid. Toothful. That is huge. Okay, Toothful. Very, very nice reference to Toothless. You're gonna be put onto there. I didn't like that droid. Too large for my liking, to be honest. Cool idea, but so I'm gonna sort through my inventory. Unfortunately, it is going to take me some time, but yeah, not bad. We have a lot of money, which is good. Lots of money is good. And something else we can do. Let's go ahead and do this part at least, because I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Let's put like 30 of these potions in here. Let's go to 35. Why not? And let's sell the rest. They sell for 111. And that gave us 80,000 gold. Okay, so I think I know the best way to farm gold in this game. Or coins, rather. And that is to, well, go kill the thunder element, like a bunch. Just go through the void a little bit, and you'll get plenty of potions that you can then use to sell and make all of the money in the world. So with that, I think that is going to be it for today's episode. I'm going to work on continue upgrading things and all that kind of fun stuff. And next time, the plan will be this. Get more upgrades, fight bosses, go do things like that, and call it a day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!